I also do think there's something to be had about reacting early in the morning before Legal wakes up. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do to me? He can't be watching all the time. Charisma on command is such bullshit slop. So we're watching $120,000 was stolen from me. It was my friend. So it's not about it being charisma on command. It's about money being stolen from him, but maybe not. We'll see. Stolen money, just like off-brand. Although 120,000 kind of seems like small potatoes compared to multi-millions. But you know what? I'm not here to pocket watch. Disclaimer, this video reflects my personal experience and is supported by documentation, direct correspondence, and publicly available records. Screenshots of our actual chill, buddy. Screenshots of our actual communications are included for transparency. The individual named was given the opportunity to respond and decline.
A few months ago, I discovered that one of my closest friends had stolen $120,000 from me. And so I want to share this story with you because, one, it's the greatest and most painful betrayal that I think I've experienced, at least in my...
Insane that he started with greatest, like it was a good thing, and then realized, like, I probably should talk about it more negatively, and painful.
And I don't want this thing to happen to you. Sadly, I've come to see and learn that this...
To be fair, I was going to say how many YouTubers are watching this, but then I looked around and realized who I am. My bad.
Several months ago, I'm closing the deal to purchase Charisma on command. I'm a 50% owner. I'm buying 100% from my co-founder because we've been in a deadlock. And this is wonderful and amazing.
Audio's whacked? Oh, hello? Whoa, double the audio and give it to the next person.
Have ever made.
Fixed it.
So in order to make sure that I can finance it, I start logging into accounts that I haven't been in for years. So like I'm looking...
Easy clap. All you got to do is say something. Say something. People will help you.
I start logging in.
He's trying to buy Charisma on Command, a channel he's a joint owner of.
So in order to make sure that I can finance it, I start logging into accounts that I haven't been in for years. So like I'm looking at my retirement account, you know, the 401k that I haven't even...
Is he going to cash out his 401k and pay the penalty just to buy this YouTube channel? Don't do it. Don't do it, dude.
And the other account that I look in is this crypto account.
Oh, no. Okay, wait, why do kids think I would like this? I'm going to cash out my 401k, pay a 50% penalty. I'm going to go into my crypto shitcoin.
Because several years prior, I'd had an employee and this close friend of mine who was named Ivan Hidalgo.
Dude, is this whole thing going to be his friend fucking rug pulled him? Who cares?
Given him $12,000 to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I just hadn't looked at it. Now, the good news was crypto had done what crypto did in that period of time, which is that $12,000 had 10x to about 120.
So he didn't lose 120,000. I mean, I guess kind of he did. He lost 12,000. This is all, it's all becoming obvious to me now.
So I plug it into my computer. I log into this nano ledger and my heart falls off of a cliff because this graph falls off of a cliff.
Sorry, my face is in the way, but the cliff is very funny. Let me move it.
Cliff. Because this graph falls off of a cliff. I watch it go up, 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 up to $120,000, and then instantly, boom, $45. And my heart is racing, and I'm going...
Dude, everyone has a crypto story of like, yeah, I almost bought when it was like $10. This is what this video is. It's like, yeah, he bought $12,000 of crypto before, and now it's gone. Okay, you and everyone else in the world, buddy.
And as I hover over the transactions, I see that 6 months prior to this login, in the middle of the night, in a series of transactions, all of the money in my account was moved to other accounts. So I call the cops. I start trying to figure out what happened. I make that frog report. And immediately, I think there's only one person that this really could have been. Because
had to be Ivan.
Ivan bought this for me. And when he bought it for me, he sent me a photo of the seed phrase, which is effectively the crypto password, right? It's
That's... Having a picture of this on your phone kind of makes it... Right, the whole point of the, I don't know. You know what? I'm not a crypto guy.
But I'm thinking, because I'm still naive at this point in time, maybe a family member of his got access to it. Maybe he lost his phone and somebody ran an AI scraper and they dug it and they found it.
Why did they have to run an AI scraper? Why couldn't they just get his phone and look? That's my biggest problem is like the buzzwords. It's like, what are we talking about? Why are we talking about it in this way? Someone could have just stolen his phone. They didn't have to run an AI scraper.
About a year and a half prior, I'd fired him for lying to me and gray area stealing, which is no longer a gray area. I now see what actually happened. But I fired him for that. So we weren't in contact at this point in time.
You gotta secure your crypto, man. Sorry, this guy who was a bad employee that you fired and obviously is aggrieved has access to all your crypto. I don't want to say you deserved it because that's victim blaming here, but you kind of deserved it.
So I start piecing it together and I go to my crypto friends and they help me with this website called Arkham Intelligence. And they say, you put any crypto wallet in here, and it will show you all of the interactions.
This is a sponsor.
I put it into Arkham Intelligence, and boom, it explodes with information. It's got all these charts, and I'm filtering through this like black screen, super matrix style. Except it's not matrix. It's so obvious. It's not reading zeros and.
It's just I feel like I'm getting world starred by the way he's describing the most normal things in the world. You know what I mean? It's like, wait, it's just a website that has a dark background.
And his literal name is present on this page. Investor Ivan is staring at me. His OpenSea NFT account that I witnessed him.
I know exactly why Cans wanted me to watch this now.
No more deception here. This is what happened. So I draft this text in this email, which is to him, hey, I know exactly what happened on this night. I know exactly what you did. Send this crypto back, and this will be the end of it. If you don't, there's going to be a civil and a criminal case, and you're looking at potentially years in jail because, you know, I've done the whole ChatGPT. What could likely happen?
Thank God he did the ChatGPT. What could likely happen, man? So he didn't get a lawyer. He just ChatGPT'd what to send the guy? That's insane.
A day or two when I get a response from him that is, hey, I'm on vacation, not sure what you're talking about, essentially. And I'll put receipts up so you can check it out if you'd like.
I'm unclear on the wallets you're talking about. I don't have access to any of that info, so this all comes as at a surprise to me. If you come with huge allegations like this, then I'd like to see some proof, but the majority of my crypto is stored in a cold storage wallet with all records with it. Once I get back on Monday, I'll double check in case it was a mistake, but I doubt it.
And I'm talking to friends who tell me that I am going to have to show him hard evidence because in one of his texts to me, he says, these are huge accusations. If you have any hard proof, I'd like to see it, which is a weird thing to say.
It is a weird thing to say because it's like, if you're Ivan, you don't think proof exists. Like, I didn't do this. So it's like, send me hard proof, but like, wait, what? What are you talking about?
And so they coach me through the recording of this video that I start the first time I record it. I'm screaming and swearing. And I show them, I'm like, is this what I should send to him? They're like, no, less swear.
Hey, you motherfucker, give me my goddamn money or I'll kill you and your family. And they're like, well, maybe tone it down, Mr. Charisma.
This is you, Ivan. This is your wallet. It's only got like 30 transactions in the last 4 years, and there's multiple instances of you interacting with Investor Ivan on OpenSea, which is your OpenSea NFT account that I can tie directly to you. The options that you have are continue to deny this, bring that denial to court, and see how it goes. I wouldn't recommend it. You're going to lose both the civil and criminal case, and then you're looking at actual jail time.
Okay.
I don't recommend it. I'm willing to do that. The other option is that you can send me back the money now.
And what do you know? He gets this.
Whoa! Well, thanks for letting me know. I'm sorry for causing the stress. I'm sending the full amount of Bitcoin tonight. I have that handy. Ivan, what the fuck? Ivan, you really flipped in 2 seconds, dude. What the hell? Almost all my ETH is locked up, but I can make some unlocks and send you the full amount of ETH in about a week. I gotta vest some tokens. Apologies for the trouble you went through searching all that up and wasting money and time on lawyers. If I wanted to be malicious over the past year, it would have been much simpler to use Tornado Cash and send it to a non-KYC exchange on a new wallet. I've been scammed like that before. Damn, that insane to even say that, like, hey, if I wanted to steal from you, I could have stole from you. Again, apologies for the mess. I'll send the Bitcoin over now. Wait, what? What? What the fuck is Tornado Cash? Yeah, I don't know.
This video and remembers, oh yeah. And the process begins of him sending me this money back, which
I just sent a small amount to make sure everything is good on your end. Please confirm. Dude, that's how scammers work. I accidentally send you $50. Could you send it back?
This was someone who had been to my house for multiple Thanksgivings. This was my genuinely second closest friend after my co-founder. This was someone who I took to my sister's wedding as my +1, even though it was like a kind of a goofy thing to do. He slept on my couch for...
You could be gay if you want to. Why'd you say it like that? It's a goofy thing to do. Fucking say it with your chest, you weirdo. Or don't say anything. Just say I took him to my sister's wedding.
Access to everything in my life and my heart, genuinely. Like so much care and affection and trust.
I think the story's way better if they were former lovers.
Because yes, I have the money, but now I can think, this guy's been hired for years. He had intimate access to everything in my life, including my business. So I have to go look. And at this point, I've bought the business, so I now have access to his old email account and my co-founder's old email account. And there's just correspondence in there that is helpful for me to dig into. So I start.
It's about to get juicy. Oh, it's about to get so juicy.
I also started to talk to people, and I found that there was this pattern of behaving differently around people of status and power. So with me, I experienced him as very...
You're telling me a crypto guy was behaving different around people with money and or power? No way!
My brother was friends with him, but he'd stay at the apartment. But my brother was constantly complaining that he was not paying for coffees, that's sticking my brother with the bill, that he was stealing his clothes, even though he would tell him not to do it and sort of just shrugging it off. And I was like, oh, you know, they're just bickering. It's like, you know, like they were almost like brothers themselves, like me and my brother, whatever, it's fine. And I realized that when I stepped away from the business, this same thing happened, which is now that I didn't have power, our relationship completely shifted. He stopped answering my calls. He stopped talking. Like, it was just over. And so this pattern of behaving one way in the face of status and power.
Imagine being the guy's brother where you're like, hey, bro, your friend who's been living here is really an asshole. And the brother being like, nah, man, Ivan's cool. He's just wearing my clothes. If someone wore my clothes, that's the third strike. You know what I mean? It's like, if you ever touch my stuff again, you're out.
In these emails and in correspondence with my co-founders was the founding story of why we had even hired him. You see, at the time when he was hired, I think in 2018, I was very busy with videos, and my co-founder did this hire. He ran the process, and I...
Oh, dude, is this an inside job from the co-founder?
People. But I hadn't seen any of the references. I hadn't really seen the application. I hadn't seen even... There was a story that he had sold his digital marketing agency, Ivan had done this, to a larger digital marketing agency for 3 million Canadian.
The amount of red flags, yeah, I want to make this clear that like no one should get scammed. This guy, Charisma on Command, does not deserve to be scammed, but honestly, the amount of red flags is blocking my vision. You know what I mean? It's like if someone tells you they sold their company for $3 million, one, you want to ask, why do they want this like mid to low level job for a YouTuber? It's like, what is happening here? Ask a single question. And I do want to bring it up because this is exactly what happens in like crypto and other like new get rich quick schemes, whereas like people just start doing it and saying it and not asking a single question.
He wanted to be a mentee essentially at a larger business, but had all of these digital marketing skills and provided tax documents and references and weird looking like income forms. But
dentists. Wait, what am I looking? What am I looking at? He did marketing for dentists. Oh, okay. That, you know what? Now I get it. I was just really trying to understand.
As I start to really look at it, yeah, at first glance, these are tax documents. They're like signed, they're filled out, except the business number and the year is listed as, well, this is like a 2016 tax document. But when I run that business number in Ontario's business lookup and find the actual business, the business isn't founded till September of 2017.
Oh?
So I'm looking at a tax document that doesn't correspond with public records. But when I call that company and say, hey, did you guys purchase a business for roughly 3 million Canadian in 2018? The woman goes, no. I say, well, maybe you wouldn't know. She says, no, I've been here for 20 years.
Maybe you wouldn't know is such a rude fucking thing to say. I don't think he's meaning to be at all, but it's like, hey, toots, maybe you're not talking to the big wigs. What the fuck are you talking about, man? She said no. Hell no, we didn't buy this company.
Let me put you in with the CEO.
Oh, okay.
I'll have him email you. So he emails me and says, hey, how can I help? And I explain the situation. And within like a 5-minute phone call and 2 hours of waiting, I get back an email from the CEO that says, I do not know what this is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
So the entire founding story that predicated this business relationship, this friendship that was, I thought, like so close, someone that
he just let a scammer into his midst. You know what I mean? A classic scammer, a guy who lied about everything, was just trying to make a few bones.
Genuinely.
The gall on Ivan to be like, I have no idea what you're talking about, send proof, to immediate fold of like, oh, I'll send you your money tomorrow.
A lot of how the hell did this happen? Like, what was occurring in me that I created space for this? And there's a number of things. I told you some of the small ones, but the real one that I want you to pay attention for is if you don't trust your own sense of distrust, because I did not. When I thought that
this feels like he's really backfilling it. I don't know. Like, you can say now that, like, yeah, I didn't trust this guy, and if only I'd listened to my gut. And it's like, yeah, but you kind of did. You know what I mean? Like, if you really had a sense of distrust, maybe you would have done something. I don't really understand, and I feel like you're maybe protecting your ego in 2025 after being stolen from.
Was lying to me or wronging me, particularly in a huge way, I would start to feel like
I actually never trusted him for 6 years. My best friend actually took him to the wedding. Yeah, it's like, I think this is just like, say whatever makes you feel better. I think it sucks that this guy stole from you.
how could I accuse that person of that, especially in the face of someone who double, tripled, and quadrupled down? Now, I could confront someone for a minute. If they said, yeah, you're right, that would create that instant relief. But I would feel so guilty.
He's presenting this story as if he was a reasonable actor, but everything he did is dumb as hell. Yeah, but it's not a crime to be a little bit dumb. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. He was scammed by this guy, and that sucks.
And so I look back at my own correspondence with my co-founder, and I see this instantly. I have an email to him that's like, this feels like a mentorship. He hasn't taught me anything. He has.
Oh, this is when they were probably trying to fire him. Bad emails, no discernible expertise, Facebook ads, hiring, meeting structure, systems. Feels like a mentorship, which is what the guy said he wanted, theoretically, purportedly. I can't think of anything Ivan has taught me. He isn't blazingly fast. Didn't hire the accountant immediately.
No discernible expertise. He can't even seem to.
You know what? Maybe I have to take back what I just said in that, like, he's protecting his ego. It does seem like he has evidence from 2018 about the guy being sucky.
So bad that we stopped paying him for a month, and I thought that was such an admirable thing of him to not get paid for that first month, but it was so abysmal. What I didn't realize is that
was the first month and it was abysmal. I guess I'm really getting lost on how it went from that to like, this is my best friend coming to Thanksgiving and worked at the company.
Give you a different project because if you couldn't succeed in that one, but you say this is true about you, I must not be using you effectively. And so for the next several years, I promoted endlessly. Like, he would fail and I would give him another promotion to incentivize him to do better.
I actually kind of understand it, but looking at it, it would be tough to have to say this to the internet because it's like, man, it is very dumb. It is very dumb. He's just getting gaslit
how he had access
by a
to
scammer.
things like, I was like, oh, well, maybe he can help me with crypto investing. All of this came because things weren't working, because I was ashamed of my own sense of distrust, because I didn't want to have the experience of sitting in front of someone and saying, I don't believe you. This feels completely false to me, and I don't.
Dude, I'm actually fully back on with this guy now because he's explained this in a way that resonates with me.
And one other thing I should say is that if you've known me over the years and we've interacted and you've felt that I have explicitly or implicitly vouched for Ivan as a worker or anything, I would just want to make clear that I do not. I do not.
That's actually so funny. I have to imagine he went through his emails and there's like a bunch where it's like, yeah, Ivan's great guy, because he's trying to like offload him at his company. You should hire him.
If that's not already evident, I unfortunately expect that this pattern could continue for two reasons. One, after all of this theft, when I'm getting the business, I log into the Instagram account to find that there's logins coming from the country that he's in, and I go in and see that even after all the theft and the return, he apparently is liking his own photos from the Charisma on Command account, which signals to me that this pattern of like image construction has not stopped. And also, I reached out to him.
Dude, Ivan, you could have got away with a lot of money, man, and you're just doing weird shit. Ivan, you are doing weird shit, brother. You got to know what's worth more, a few likes on your Instagram page or $150,000. Hey, Ivan, I'm doing a video about my experience with you and what I've learned since uncovering the depth of your lying, including how others can heal from that dynamic. I want to invite you to participate and share your perspective. I wrote your @live email address with the details. Let me know if you'd like to.
I gave him the questions that I had. I told him that the way that I wanted this video to go was for him to tell his story on screen and to investigate where this pattern comes from. And hopefully that it would be like a healing moment, which was perhaps naive, but wishful thinking of me.
Why did the crypto theft in 2024 seem okay to you at the time? And why didn't you immediately return the funds? Was ClientsBound actually founded before 2017? And was it really sold to Blank for 3 million Canadian?
He said that our interactions in the last 2 years had been negative and stressful. These are the interactions where my money has been stolen and finally returned.
Right.
And that's why he didn't want to do it and really refused to answer any of the questions that I'd asked. And then,
dude, sorry, I was reading his message on the side. I returned your funds because it was a mistake, not because of the threats you made to me. Come the fuck on, man.
I hope that for some of you, this is a wake-up call. For the rest of you, that's my heart. I just wanted to share it with you. So
wow.
thank you.
What charisma.
I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Dude, you know, oh, Ivan's final communication contends the crypto withdrawal was a mistake. He did not answer. That's what we were just talking about. He did not answer any questions about his alleged prior company or any other questions before blocking me. Dude, what a funny video. I actually think it's hard to make that video because you do look like a goober dumbass. Sometimes you do have to make that video, especially if you want to like contend that you are a person that can give business advice or a person that can give interpersonal advice, like charisma on command. If you're the kind of person that would get scammed by Ivan and that story would come out with you being able to frame the narrative. Frame the narrative doesn't always have to be bad. Frame the narrative in a way that does seem very reasonable and true to you. It comes out that like you were too trusting versus you got scammed by a scammer or something like that. I will say that like the humongous red flags, anyone who sold their business for $3 million but won't like say, yeah, call anyone you want about it or show like logs of the transaction. It's just insane to me that they're like, yeah, it makes sense that he wants to work for us. We're really cool guys. This is Ludwig getting scammed in Vegas. Yeah, this is Ludwig getting scammed in Vegas. This is off-brand, you know what, having our own problems. We had our own problems. We lost a lot of money. And by we, I mean Ludwig lost a lot of money. And it was by all of us not doing our due diligence. What did he call it? Not trusting our distrust or whatever. We thought we were fine when we really, really weren't. What a funny video. I honestly, I think the Charisma on Command guy seems chill. And I wish he didn't get scammed. What a bummer. I don't know anything about his other videos. Maybe he's a bad guy, but he did get scammed. Controlling a bad narrative is better than potential fallout. Yeah, exactly. And it's not, I mean, controlling, I think that it's not like he could have done this whole video and really painted himself in a better light. I think that he went through it and was as truthful to himself as possible as he could be without like really painting himself as an idiot. So I see no problems with it.